some Chinese braised pork belly, and it's perfect for winter. You don't need many ingredients, just pork belly and a little bit of other ingredients, and it will take a bit longer, for about 90 minutes, but I'm sure you will enjoy this recipe. For our braised pork belly, we will need to choose this kind of pork belly with skin on top, you can see, and with a layer of fat and layer of lean meat, so it's kind of layered. And you can get this from supermarket. You can get thicker one, or like mine, it's already cut into thin slices. But if you get the thicker one, you have to cut these sizes yourself. So we want about 1 centimeter thick, and it's okay if some of these has bones inside, but all we want is this kind of nicely with skin, fat and lean meat all in one. So we're going to braise this for about 90 minutes. Besides of our pork belly, we will also need 2 to 3 slices, thin slices of ginger, about half spring onion and 2 star anise, a small stick of cinnamon stick, and about 20 to 25 grams of rock sugar. If you don't have rock sugar, you can also just replace with regular caster sugar. Always before we're cooking our pork belly, we have to clean them by cooking it in the cold water. Putting our pork belly and then turn our heat down to high and bring it to boil. And at this stage, you can either put in a bit of Chinese cooking wine, or if you not putting anything, both fine. All we want is just to get the dirt out. So when you're cooking it later in a clay pot or in a separate pot, it's not gonna get in too much form. Now you can see we just brought the water to boil. You can see how dirty it is. And once it starts boiling, we can take our pork belly out. And if you like it, you can wash them with warm water, but not with cold water, because when you're cooking them, the muscles are kind of relaxing, and then when you kind of rinse it with cold water, they shrink again and will be really hard to cook through later. So here's our pork belly ready. Now turn our stove on to medium-low heat. Now we can put in our rock sugar, and we're going to stir fry our rock sugar. In Chinese, it's called 炒糖. Pretty much use the sugar, bring it to a darker color, and then to give our pork meat a bit of color as well later. Now you can see our rock sugar is almost melted. I just used my spatula to knock it to smaller pieces, so it's easier to cook. And we just wait. You can see it's a lot of smoke right now, but don't worry. Keep our stove on medium-low heat, and here we can see lots of bubbles now. Then we just put in our pork in. Now you can remove your pot from the heat for a bit to prevent it from burning. Then we can do the other side. Just flip our pork belly to the other side, so the other side is also coated with sugar syrup. Now you can see the nice golden brown sugar color around our pork belly. Then now we can put in our soy sauce. Dark soy sauce, 2 tablespoons. Light soy sauce, 1.5 tablespoons. Chinese cooking wine, 1 tablespoon. Now we can just try to turn our pork belly slices again. Just want it to soak in our sauce. Here we have our clay pot prepared earlier, cleaned, and we just turn it to high heat and put in our ginger, spring onion, and other things into our pot. So these are on the bottom of the clay pot. And now we can take our pork belly and just try to put it into our clay pot. If you have a small pot like mine, maybe you have to cut it. But I like it, my pork belly bigger. Now we have our pork belly into our clay pot. Then we have still a lot of sauce, our soy sauce. And we're just putting all this sauce into our clay pot as well. Now we can put in a bit of warm water just to cover our pork belly. And we're going to bring it to boil. And once it starts boiling, remove the foam on the top and then turn it to low heat. While our pork belly cooking in the clay pot, you could see it's forming a layer of foam on top. And you can just use a spoon to remove it. So putting a bit of water in the bowl, and then you just use a spoon to remove the scum. Now you can see I just removed all the foams, but it's kind of forming a bit more. We just remove as much as we could. And now we can turn our heat to low and put our lid on. Just leave it, forget it, and then come back in 90 minutes. So now after 90 minutes, here is my braised pork belly. Now you can see it's still bubbling from the heat. I'll just take one out. You'll be able to see they are extremely soft. So just be careful here. You can see it's really soft. The meat's just falling apart while you're cooking it, so I have to be careful. And here is the sauce. We can also have some of the sauce. If you like, you can also add a bit of coriander. I always like to have a bit of coriander on everything. So that's it. So here is my braised pork belly. After 19 minutes, then we can give it a try. And let's try one. It's falling apart in the clay pot because they're super soft. And you can see here is a bit of lean meat, and on the back side here is a fat, but they're not really fatty anymore because we cooked them for a really long time. Right now I need a bowl of rice. Tastes perfect. It's a bit sweet from the rock sugar, but the saltiness is purely from soy sauce. So hopefully you like this recipe and give me a thumbs up and leave your comments below. If you want to see more videos like this one, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.